Alrighty guys, we're back for some Alchemy Vampires. My first vampire build since Crimson Vow, as far as I can remember at least. Guys, for anyone who may not know, I'm Red Cat and I play aggro decks and any decks with red in them as well. We're going to go over the deck then hop into some ranked. The main game plan here is obviously play vampires and buff them up with Vampire Socialite. So, we got 2 Spikefield Hazards, 4 Voldaren Epicures, 4 Deadly Disputes, 2 Infernal Grasps, 4 Voldaren Bloodcasters, 4 Bloodtithe Harvesters, 4 Vampire Socialites. We got 2 Falkenrath Forebears. We got 4 Sanguine Brushstrokes. This is a new card from Alchemy. So when it enters the battlefield, create a blood token and conjure a card named Blood Artist onto the battlefield. Blood Artist is also a vampire and a very good one at that, right? So whenever Blood Artist or another creature dies, that includes your opponent's creatures, by the way, target player loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Very spicy. Back to the enchantment, whenever you sacrifice a blood token, each opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. Awesome. I mean, obviously we got blood tokens flying around in this deck, so we got 4 Florians, Voldaren Scions. Yeah. It is legendary, but it's worth having 4 of them in here because it's just pretty darn good, right? 3/3 first strike, already pretty good. But then, at the beginning of your post-combat main phase, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the total amount of life your opponent's lost this turn. Exile one of those cards and put the rest at the bottom of your library in a random order. You may play the exiled card this turn. So, if you tap out to lay him, you really won't get this effect until the next turn. Even so, it's a really good effect, so worth having. We got 2 Agadeem's Awakenings. We got 1 Henrika Domnathi. Man, these names. And then we got 3 Anjes, Maid of Dishonor. Or, yeah, Anje? Yeah, that's how I would pronounce it. Guys, is there anything worth... Yeah, we got a Hive of the Eye Tyrant and a Den of the Bugbear. We also have 4 Voldaren Estates, which is the vampire land, right? You could pay 1 life, tap it, add 1 mana of any color, and you can spend that mana on a vampire. It also has 5 in tap, create a blood token. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each vampire you control, so that could be pretty cheap, right? Might even be able to just tap it down and have a free blood token. Why not, right? So yeah, guys, like I said, game plan, slap vampires onto the board, and then, you know, swing at the opponent's face, buff with the Vampire Socialite, which is probably going to be the MVP of the deck, so we should go over it real quick, right? You guys have probably seen it. It is a black and a red, 2/2 Menace. Don't forget the Menace, that could be important. When Vampire Socialite enters the battlefield, if an opponent lost life this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on each other vampire you control. Okay, pretty good. And then, as long as an opponent lost life this turn, each other vampire you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. Very good card, guys. We have cards like Spikefield Hazard in here to make sure we hit that land drop, but also we can ping the opponent's face to actually get this to work, right? So that could be pretty good. Other than that, yeah, the blood tokens are going to come in handy in this deck as well. Cards like Voldaren Bloodcaster being able to create blood tokens every time something dies, and then we can actually force that to happen with Deadly Dispute, all while restocking our hand with more vampires. It's pretty spicy, guys. I expect a lot from this deck, so hopefully we get a lot. Let's go hop into some ranked and see how it does. You know, I thought for sure this was the time that I was going to get here. This was the time I was actually going to launch into Alchemy before the intro ended. Nope. Nope. Somehow still lost. I don't understand it. It is what it is. Keepable first hand, I'd say. Immediately pinging in and getting a blood token is not bad at all. You don't want to underestimate the Bloodtithe Harvester as just really good removal. I mean, all you need is 2 blood tokens, and this could do -4/-4 to something. kind of ridiculous if you think about it. Do they trade here? I don't think they do. I'm swinging. Nice. Free damage. Create another blood token. Nice, nice. All the blood tokens. Okay, we're up against some rogues, guys. This is scary, actually. I haven't seen rogues, man. I just got done talking about how much variety we see, man. I'm pleased. Like, normally I wouldn't say that. Okay, guys, we are gonna use a blood token here. We could get rid of that, but we're gonna use a blood token. We're gonna go ahead and ditch one of the Maid of Dishonors, I think. It's really good, though. Oh, man. Yeah, we're gonna ditch one of them. We have two of them. They're legendary, so, I mean, it's just the odds of them getting removed. Doing this on our main phase, because we might have a 2-drop that we want to play. What's holding this up? Oh, they could sacrifice this or something? Yeah, so Deadly Dispute's pretty good. I don't know if it's good enough to warrant the 3 damage. So we're gonna get this down tapped. And we're gonna attempt a full swing here because they don't know if we are rocking the Play with Fires. They do not care if we are rocking the Play with Fires, or they call our bluff. Either way, we play another one. I think it was worth the bluff, right? Because we don't want to, we don't want to miss a single damage versus rogues. Yeah, so they're gonna start getting a buff here. Oh boy. Can actually bring this to the battlefield by sacrificing these blood tokens. This is probably, oh man, super tough decisions here. Lots of things we can do. Oh my goodness, there's so much we can do, guys. I really don't want to take this damage. They definitely just sacrifice this if we play this. But I think that's still worth it. Yeah, we gotta pay the 3. We're gonna get this down. And I wonder if it's worth actually sacrificing the Bloodtithe Harvester to get -X on one of these. Or if we just swing in and try to focus damage. Drawing a card isn't bad. Transforming isn't bad either. It does have flying, death touch, and lifelink. But I think it's sacrifice first. Each player sacrifices a creature. Try to get rid of something. I guess we should get rid of one, guys. Really sucks, but it needs to be done. It's too much power in the air. This allows us to block if they don't have anything else. Ruin Crab. I am liking the amount of options that this deck is giving us, guys. It's really cool. It's really cool that we're playing up against rogues right now. Okay, we got that block in. Very nice. Haunted Ridge. Get the Maid of Dishonor on the board. No counter. Sweet. One, two. Submit. Okay. Do we draw or do we transform? I think we transform. Transform and swing. Get some life back, man. Put some pressure. Put some pressure on the opponent. Gain some life. That's pretty good. Pretty spicy. Now, any amount of blood tokens we get is... Oh, they end up swinging, bro. Yeah. I mean, we're down to 30 cards. We don't know what's in their hand. Oh. Okay. That's a thing. Wait, couldn't they have done that differently? Or am I missing something? Yeah, couldn't they have had that swing in instead? I'm not 100% certain how this works. Gonna get that down. Full swing in the air. Did they like concede the match on us here? I mean, they are tapped out, so GG. That's our first match, guys. Interesting going up against rogues, but yeah. We ended up getting there. Very nice. And a great showcase of vampires right out the gate. Right out the gate, showing what vampires can do, how many options we have, all that fun stuff, right? See if we can get right into the next match. Oh, guys, did I forget to mention at the beginning? I don't know. Like, I always forget. I always have planned things that I want to say. But I was going to play Grixis Control today. I decided I didn't feel like playing Control. Actually tested the deck a couple times, and yeah, man, just Control just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I'll still play it once in a while. Of course, it has to have red in it, but you know, it's just one of those things. We'll get the cave down, but okay, another Spikefield Hazard isn't bad at all. I'm trying to think if we want to have this on the board and then start playing cards. Probably. That's probably worth it. If we don't have to spend the life to get it onto the board, then we don't want to. We don't have to, we don't want to. Okay, I'm thinking we're able to get this damage in. Oh yeah, it has Menace, of course we can. Yeah. Swing. And we'll get you down. And I'm going to save the Spikefield Hazard open for next turn. It wouldn't be bad to get the this down, but if we have removal for the Hollowed Priest, then we want to be able to do it. It's just they might lay something else that's worthwhile. Worth killing. Like an Innkeeper or something. Yeah, we'll take out the Hollowed Priest. We'll take it on out. Okay, pretty good. Pretty good. This is definitely a full swing. 5 damage slipping on through. Wow, look at that power, guys. That is a lot of power. They better start gaining life before it's too late. Righteous Valkyrie, that'll help. Do they still have a 1-drop? If so, that'll really help. What do you got? Blizzard Brawl? Blizzard Brawl. Oh, that would be good in a cleric build like this, or a life gain build. I mean, Blizzard Brawl is good in general. If you're running the snow, you might as well slot it in, right? Yeah, Blizzard Brawl, that's sick, dude. I like it. That is sick. Okay, we could get a blood token here. I doubt they block that. This has Menace, so honestly, I doubt they double block this even. It's kind of a tough decision. We don't have the triple black to actually activate this, but it's still worth keeping in hand. Maybe we just actually ditch it and see what we find. Yeah, maybe we do that instead. See, that's pretty good. Do we play it before combat, or do we want that counter on it? Not sure the counter matters too much. I'd rather create some blood tokens if they end up killing something. Still might just be a swing in the air, though. I don't think they block this, because they can gain this back next turn pretty easily. Okay, one, two. We still have to tap one. Okay. So we're gonna try to get that blood token off of this. I guess we'll do it now, right? We might as well. Nothing in hand to ditch for the blood token, so yeah, we might as well make another blood token. Guys, letting a life gain deck live this long is actually really bad for us. So yeah, I'm sweating a little bit, but oh, that wasn't actually a huge turn for them. That's a huge draw for us, though. Wow. Okay. Hit the Righteous Valkyrie for sure. Swing in the air. Down to 4. They really need something. We don't have anything in hand again, so we might as well do this. Hey. Ah, GG opponent. GG opponent. I completely forgot that this card would transform too. Whenever we create a blood token. Whoop. Platinum tier 1. Hey. Nice, guys. We've been accidentally ranking up in these videos. That's very nice. So whenever you create a blood token, if you control 5 or more blood tokens, transform. Yeah, sweet. Then we could have been creating some bat creatures as well. Very nice, guys. This is going well. It's always good to start out a video with a couple wins, because even if it goes downhill from here, like, at least we started the video with a couple wins, right? Like, that's all that matters. Whenever I try to get into the next match, there's just like a millisecond of lag when I'm clicking on the button. It's very strange. I think I have to relaunch the game or something. Laziness? Are you trying to tell me something, opponent? You calling me lazy? Okay, so we actually don't have the second black source for the Sanguine Brushstroke. Yeah, Voldaren Estate getting in the way a little bit there. That's noteworthy, right? Because I technically I didn't think about that. About the estate getting in the way of this. Like, for some reason, I'm like, oh yeah, this works for all the cards in our deck and it'll be good. Be good stuff. But yeah, no, technically this isn't a vampire, so that is noteworthy for sure. The opponent's going first. Oh. Get this out tapped now. And Den of the Bugbear next turn. Yeah, the opponent going first here really sucks. Oh, especially if it's control. Man, we really needed to go first against control, but it's not over. Lots of options in a deck like this, so. Yeah, we're gonna get this down and hope that they don't, hope they don't have another creature or just simple removal. We have to expect like a divide by 0 or something like that here. Gonna attempt to swing and see what they do. It goes through. We do have 2 Sanguine Brushstrokes. While they'd both be really good here, I'm still gonna try it. But the Jwari Disruption. We do have 2 Bloodtithe Harvesters too. Okay, I'm gonna do this instead to play around Jwari. Everyone's running 3 of them right now. Dang, hits the board as a 4/3, bro. That's legit. Red Bat, take a little break, buddy. Keeping 4 open. Unexpected Windfall and Memory Deluge technically open here. Let's see what they do from a swing. That's 6 damage, man. They're gonna chump the 4? Yeah, there you go. Any removal, though? No divide by 0? Okay. Still want to play around the Jwari Disruption, so we're gonna do the Brushstroke this turn instead of the Maid. Could just be a flat out just, yeah, like, well, it could be a divide by 0 here too. Just bounce it back to the hand. Discover the Formula, costing 2 less. Yep, that's a card to hit with that for sure. All right, let's see it, opponent. Let's see it. A burn down the house would be pretty bad. I'd rather get the other Brushstroke down before they burn down the house. I don't know, man. I don't know. What do you guys think? Some Izzet control. Right after I said control put a bad taste in my mouth, that's why I didn't want to play my Grixis control today. Yeah, vampires, man. This is sweet so far, isn't it? Like, we have, like, it just feels good. Feels like we got a lot of options. The Brushstroke fits perfectly into the deck. Passing it to me. Okay. I was gonna say we could ditch a Maid of Dishonor, but I'm not going to. I'm thinking that other Brushstroke this turn. Opponent is holding it up with some kind of instant. They're gonna hit a divide by 0 with the iteration, I guess. Or Fading Hope, that works too. What's really nice about this is this isn't a token. Unexpected Windfall, yeah, get some cards, buddy. Get some treasure tokens, let's go. I thought they were going removal here, but I mean, they still have enough treasure for some removal. So let's see what they do. Like, they still have enough treasure to flash this back and do a Fading Hope. So, yeah, I think that's what their plan is too. Fading Hope does get around the Blood Artist effect, so... No, they don't. They actually don't end up copying it. They just send it back. Which is actually really bad for them, because I get to buff the board. They take more damage by sending that one back. And then I get to potentially recast it here. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm going to get the other Bloodtithe Harvester down. And see if they counter it. And then pay 1 life to get the Socialite down. It's definitely sticking, so I'm assuming that they sent this back to be able to counter it. It hits the board. Okay, now it's a burn down the house, right? I mean, I don't know if they're running turns or not. So I mean, I suppose it could be like an epiphany here. And then they could just go a couple times. I don't know. We don't go up against Izzet often here in Alchemy. Ah, yeah, there's the burn down the house. Breaking my heart, bro. Breaking my heart. Well, now we want to get the Maid of Dishonor down, and we want to start sacrificing these blood tokens, especially with the Brushstroke on the board. The question is it even going to be able to stay on the board long enough? Wow, they spend all their treasures on Key to the Archive. Oh, buddy. Yeah, they want to grab some more, let's see. Day of Judgment would work. Time Warp, yeah, that's good enough to grab. Doomblade, yep. Lightning Bolt might work to grab. Claim the Firstborn, maybe. Yeah, D-Spark, but they haven't seen anything 4 or greater yet, so... Okay, first try. First attempt. Attempt 1 of Maid of Dishonor. Okay, Leer hits the board. That opens up everything. Everything, yeah, divide by 0 is probably the play here. They don't want the Maid of Dishonor to stay on the board. We literally win if... I mean, they could still pass it. We'd only get 1. Well, here it comes. Lightning Bolt, and then they have the Fading Hope open for next turn. Wow. That was a cool play, opponent. You know, props. I guess at this point, the other Sanguine Brushstroke is just better because it... Oh, no. What am I walking into? Hopefully not a random counter. Oh, they actually want to divide this by 0. They can do that because it cost 1 less. Well, that's a shame, guys. That's a shame. At least it's gone now. Just rocking the Fading Hope. Yeah, that cost 1 less from the Discover the Formula. That's something. You got to be super vigilant about that. I don't think we do the blood token. Yeah, I think we're fine. Even though we could have found a 5th land, I don't think we do. We want maximum damage out of our blood tokens. What a game, huh? Hitting the Discover the Formula, they still have 4 mana open. Yeah, I'm not sure if they're running turns. I don't know if it's even necessary in Is It Control. When you could just run more control cards, right? Then again, the Galvanic Iteration tells us that maybe they have the Epiphany, but it did get a decent nerf. Yeah, that's a lot of cards in hand. This is an uphill battle for sure, but like all it takes is just us getting that other Brushstroke on the board, or Maid of Dishonor staying for 1 turn. Gaining life there because the opponent wants us to cry. Okay. Yeah, we should probably... Maybe we should have sacked a blood token. Because if we get that land, we can Infernal Grasp the Leer, and then they most likely... Oh, gaining more life, man. That's rough. They still got 3 open here. If they spend their mana on the Infernal Grasp, then we can slip that Brushstroke onto the board. But now if we don't draw a land, that's just not an option for us. We got that land. Attempting Infernal Grasp on the Leer. You have to make sure that the auto tapper wasn't going to mess with you there. And tap down like two black sources or something. Yeah, Fading Hope still keeping the 2 mana open from the key. So I don't know. Is this going to hit? We'll find out. Is it Jwari Disruption? Oh, my heart, guys. My heart. They went and did it. They went and did it. Yeah, I mean, we still wanted to try. We could have done the Bloodcaster instead because they had the 2, so we knew it was a possibility for Jwari Disruption. But at the same time, what was Bloodcaster gonna do? What was it gonna do? Like, they're back up to 11. Like, we definitely needed to attempt the Brushstroke, because any more turns that we give them is just devastating for us. Yeah, they could do the unexpected windfall again. Oh, or just a burn down. Yeah, dude, get super aggressive with it. I like it. Wow, okay. I mean, you do you, man. You do you. That's really good, because whatever I lay, they burn down the house next turn, and they could just kill everything and deal 6 damage to me. I mean, they don't want to lose their Leer, so they probably flash this back for demons and swing all in anyways. Because yeah, they could wrap up this game pretty fast. All right, we're gonna get the Maid of Dishonor down while we can. And we're just gonna pass, end turn, and see what the opponent does to finish us off here. What a match. Like, honestly, we had a chance this whole time. What are they doing with it? Yeah, I figured they were gonna get some more demon, because they can do it again. Oh, they're not going to. They could. I was gonna say that Leer is gonna be a nice block for me. Yeah. Now, you know what? I'm gonna block one of the fancy ones. That's right. That's right. So we still take all that damage. Oh, we're dead, actually. Yeah, they just pinged us for everything else. Yeah, they just burned down the house, so we actually have to do this now. We'll ditch the Florian. We gain 1 life, but we take 8 damage. Unless the opponent messes up. Yeah, that's a GG, man. That's a GG. I don't know if there was a way around that, if I could have done anything different. But if you guys notice something, do let me know. Helps me get better at the game for sure. Very nice opponent. Yep, opponent did not mess it up. They could have, right? Like, there's always a possibility that the opponent doesn't actually see it. But they have to click through these. I'm sorry, opponent. I'm sorry that you have to click through those. Still, though, that whole time, I didn't feel out of the game. Sometimes against control, it's just like, yeah, man, like, it's just not gonna happen. But honestly, like, I didn't feel out of that match, you know what I mean? That's pretty good, guys. Let's see if we can get one more match in. That was a pretty long one. I do apologize when the matches are longer, because then we get to showcase the deck in fewer games, but it is what it is. This is a relatively fast deck anyways, or it's supposed to be. When you run smack first into a control build, it just, you know, sometimes it just doesn't work out. You can click a graveyard or exile zone to browse its contents. Oh, why thank you, MTG Arena. That's a good tip. Bro, I didn't know you could have the Elena Partners card as your little dude person avatar. That's neat. Okay. Keepable. This is keepable. I think we're gonna get this down, actually. I think that's acceptable. Hopeful Initiate. And that 1-drop would have been nice last time. Gonna get this down because it can fly over the Initiate. Next turn, I'm not convinced that we do the Florian, but it wouldn't be bad either. Thalia, sure. Okay, pretty decent. The Florian does come in here. Should have done it after, because we didn't want to have to exile anything. Exile one of those cards. Which one do we want to get? I guess we'll exile the Swamp and keep the Florian at the bottom. I think that's acceptable. Oh, I didn't choose my Vampire card sleeves, guys. Oh, I'm sad now. I'm sad. The nerf to the Luminarch Aspirant has been a pretty good one. Okay. So we are going to... We're going to full swing here, because a trade off of the Thalia isn't terrible. And they don't know what's in our hand, so I think they take the 5 because they're an aggro deck as well. They're going to want to bank on... yeah. They're going to want to bank off of doing more damage to me than I'm doing to them. So, which one do we want to exile? Yeah, sure. Very nice. That being said, I shouldn't have played the land this turn. Pretty good. Pretty good, guys. That's why Florian is a 4 of, right? Being able to grab those extra cards in a deck like this it's pretty valuable. Yep, I'll take the 3, buddy. I'll take that. Oh, it's not even mono white. It's not mono white, guys. See what they have in hand. If they can protect this with a Snakeskin Veil or... Yeah, see the nerf to the Luminarch. It's significant. It really is. Just putting it at the end of the turn instead. Lunarch Veteran. Who do they give it to? Thalia's a good target, but is it enough? Okay, they end up spreading it out because the Harvester can take out something. Could give -6/-6 to something, to be exact. Yeah, we're gonna swing in here. They end up taking it down to 8. Okay. That's a good one to hit. Yeah, sure, why not? Why not, man? Do we hit Thalia with the Bloodtithe Harvester now? I don't think so. I think that's why they saved a Snakeskin Veil open in their hand, which is what I'm assuming it was at least. Elite Spellbinder. I mean, pick your poison, buddy. Pick your poison. We got options, man. That's one thing I can say about this deck for certain. It has options, bro, and I don't know why it has options. It's very weird. I don't know. It's just like, it's one of those decks that you wouldn't expect to have so much value or so many options, I guess. Like, we expect the value, it's just... Okay, I think Spellbinder, yeah, that's a good target for sure. We get to take that out now. I think we take out the Thalia. Take out the Thalia. Spikefield Hazard, well, let's see. Let's see if we get to hit through here at all. Double check. Does this have... Yeah, that's a 4 but, so that's an easy block. Excuse me. Excuse me. Each player sacrifices a creature isn't the best right now either, though, so we're just going to draw a card here. I'm sorry, opponent. I'm sorry. I'm a slow player, man. I'm a slow player, and I apologize for that. There's no way they take the 5, right? This first strike is so significant, too. They do end up trading there. Yeah, we take that trade. For sure, man. And Sanguine Brushstroke it is. Very well. Got that Spikefield Hazard open, and we're gonna do it while they're tapped out. Devastation, bro. Okay. Yep, there it is. Let's go, guys. That was fun. I'm really pleased I decided to play vampires instead of Grixis control. I'm really pleased. You could climb with this, honestly. It feels good enough. It feels consistent enough. This is one of those decks that, you know, it feels good in Alchemy, man. It feels good getting the variety. You're going up against a variety of decks, and it just, you know, it's a tribal deck, so that's really fun too. Here's the deck list again, guys. Yeah, everything came into play quite nicely here. The caster came into play, the harvester, the socialite, the epicure, the Spikefield, the forebear. Did we play it in that one game against rogues? I think we did, right? The brushstroke came in, Florian came in. This was a land, so that's actually significant. That's something to think about. Actually, it came out as a land. The Domnathi came into play a few times, and the Maid of Dishonor as well. Guys, everything came into play. Even the estate. We made a blood token with it. Wow, very nice. This is the kind of video that I'm proud of, because we actually got to showcase everything in the deck, and it worked really well. So that was a lot of fun, guys. Hey, if you made it this far in the video, you guys are champions. Thank you so much. Seriously, for all that support. You guys are incredible. I will see you in the next video, guys.